Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Sergio Ramirez. Ramirez was shot and killed on Saturday, February 18, 2017, in the 13500 block of Alameda Street in Compton, according to LA County coroner records. Juan Carlos Reyes was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. At approximately 9 p.m. on February 18, 2017, Marino was working at a taco truck parked on 135th Street in Alameda in the city of Compton. Marino was grilling meat on the sidewalk adjacent to the taco truck. Marino's co-worker, Granados, stood next to him on the sidewalk making tortillas. A taco truck customer, the victim, was standing a few feet away from Marino and Granados. Marino and Granados both saw a sedan traveling southbound on Alameda stop near the taco truck, then reverse. Marino saw at least two people in the sedan, one in the driver's seat and one in the front passenger seat. Marino and Granados then heard gunshots, and they both started running toward the front of the taco truck. Granados was struck by a bullet on her left calf. Marino was struck by a bullet on his left shin and fell to the ground. While on the ground, Marino saw a light-skinned person wearing a dark hoodie standing over the victim, who was lying on the ground. Marino saw several flashes coming from that direction. The victim died at the scene from 7 gunshot wounds. His body lay directly in front of the taco truck's outdoor grilling station. 11 cartridge casings, all fired by the same weapon, were strewn throughout the street and sidewalk. Carla Landeros testified that on the evening of February 18, 2017, she was in her Toyota Camry on 131st Street with her boyfriend, Lucky, when she received a phone call from defendant. Landeros knew defendant by his moniker, Scandalous. Defendant told Landeros he needed a ride and asked her to pick him up on Alameda and 134th Street. When Landeros and Lucky drove to that location, defendant entered the backseat of the Camry and told Landeros to turn right on 134th Street. Landeros assumed that she was taking defendant on a dope run. Defendant was wearing a hoodie and sweatpants. As Landeros proceeded on Alameda toward 135th Street, the Camry approached a taco truck. Defendant told Landeros to hold on as he was looking for someone. He directed Landeros to back up and then stop. When Landeros stopped, defendant exited the vehicle. Landeros didn't see where the defendant went, but she heard several gunshots before defendant returned to the car. She didn't see defendant with a gun at any time. When defendant returned to the car, he told Landeros to go, go, go in a loud voice. Landeros made a right turn on Orange Street at the next corner near an alley where defendant told her to stop. Defendant got out and told Lucky to get out with him. Defendant then told Landeros to park the car and that he would call her. Landeros drove a bit, parked the car, and left the keys inside. She then walked towards Stockwell Street. Defendant telephoned Landeros shortly thereafter and said that he was going to pick her up. Pelayo testified that defendant telephoned her on the night of February 18, 2017 and asked for a ride. Pelayo was with her friend Rubalcaba at the time. Rubalcaba drove her Dodge Durango with Pelayo in the front passenger seat to the intersection of Santa Fe and Pine Streets where they collected defendant. Defendant, known to the woman as Scandalous, was wearing a hoodie. At defendant's direction, Rubalcaba picked up Landeros at the intersection of Wilmington Avenue and Stockwell Street. Landeros testified that when she entered the Dodge Durango, defendant told her not to say anything or he would kill her. Defendant then asked for Landeros' cell phone. When Landeros handed defendant her phone, defendant broke the phone with his hands and then stepped on it. Rubalcaba drove to a liquor store, a Jack in the Box, and a Shell gas station, and then dropped Landeros off at Long Beach Boulevard and Tucker Street. Cell phone records and cell phone tower information for phone numbers belonging to Landeros and defendant showed that both phones were in the vicinity of the crime scene when the shooting occurred. Cell tower records show that Landeros' phone subsequently went to the area near Stockwell Street and Wilmington Avenue, and that both Landeros' phone and defendant's phone were in communication with each other within 30 minutes after the crime. Surveillance video obtained from a camera at a nearby liquor store showed the victim ordering food from a taco truck and eating it at an adjacent table. The video showed a car drive past the taco truck, stop, reverse, and stop again before the shooting occurred. The video also showed a person exiting the car and shooting the victim. Pelayo watched the video during a May 31, 2017 interview with detectives and identified defendant as the shooter, based on the shooter's build and clothing. At trial, however, Pelayo denied identifying defendant as the person in the video. Landeros watched the video during her testimony at trial and identified her car as the Camry and defendant as the shooter. Landeros and defendant were both arrested for the crime. At some point after her arrest, Landeros was transported in a van together with defendant. While in the van, defendant told her not to worry because police wouldn't find her car. He inquired about her family and asked whether they still lived in the same location and said he would send some people to go look out. Landeros understood defendant to be threatening her family and she was afraid. Landeros testified at trial that she had a Largo 36 tattoo because she had been a member of Largo 36 until 2006. She further testified that she had known defendant for approximately 6 months at the time of the shooting and that he was a Largo 36 gang member. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant Juan Carlos Reyes of 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder, including gun enhancements. The court found that defendant had 2 prior serious or violent felony convictions under the 3 strikes law and sentenced him to a prison term of 150 years to life plus 36 years. Sergio Ramirez was 39 years old at the time of death.